Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing week 7 predictions. And we have two teams on the bye this week. We have the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. So for the first game, we have the Broncos and the Saints on the Thursday night football matchup. So for the Broncos last week, they played awful. They didn't really look too good. Besides that, Courtland Sutton, really good catch, but that's regular. And then the Saints had one good quarter and fell apart for the rest of the game. I'm not sure if Derek Carr will be back for this game, but I am actually going to give the edge to the Saints for this game. I just have a slight bit more confidence in them than the Broncos, but I could see this game going either way.
I have the Saints, 30-18. And for the next game, we have the Patriots and the Jags. The Jags did me dirty. You know what? That was just a whatever pick last week. But this week I am picking the Patriots to win.
Patriots,
24-16.
Tom Brady. I knew he loved Tom Brady. This guy is a Tom Brady fan. I will put Tom Brady over his face right now. Oh, he's Tom Brady.
I've been Tom Brady all along.
He's just been trying to hide it with his Tom Brady hatred. He's actually his favorite quarterback. He's lying. All right, so for this game, the Patriots, Drake May looked pretty good, surprisingly good. And then the Jags, disappointing. So I am actually going to take the Patriots to get a win. And I think Drake May might actually have a pretty good game this game. And so for the next game, we have our ASMR game. The Seattle Seahawks and the Falcons.
That's crazy.
So for the Seahawks last week, losing in a close game to the 49ers. And then they take on the Falcons, who got the win over the Panthers, their division rival. And so for this game, I'm going to pick the Falcons to get the win here. Peyton.
I'm going to be doing the opposite. I'm going to be taking the Seahawks to win this over the Falcons. And the score being 18-12.
Okay, so for our next game, we have the Titans and the Bills. So for the Titans last week, narrowly losing to the Colts. And, it was a pretty close game. Will Levis didn't have a crazy, terrible play. So that's something. Maybe he's decided to stop doing that. And they take on the Bills, who have looked a little bit rocky. But I am actually going to take the Bills to narrowly get the win here. They're going to make it really close, but I think the Bills will get the win in the end.
You know what? I say this every week that the Titans are playing.
The Titans will win eventually.
The Titans will win eventually, alright? I'm telling you.
Very eventually.
So, I have the Titans winning 20-13. Yes. And for the next game, we have the Bengals versus the Browns. And honestly, we already know what I'm going with. Plaster the giant B above me or on me, whichever
the Browns.
You do. No, that
They're
is
also a B team.
Terrible excuse for a helmet. And
it's a great helmet, guys.
The score.
What if I merge the two team logos right here?
No,
that's beautiful, doesn't it? Look beautiful, Peyton.
The LA Ravens. Anyway,
hey,
the Bengals
beautiful.
Absolutely demolishing the Browns, 40-27.
So for this game, the Bengals, rough. They're really both these teams have looked very rough this game. Joe Burrow has looked amazing, but his defense can't do anything. But they played the Browns last week, so I don't know how much offensive potential they have. But yet again, I'm committing to what I committed to last week. There's going to be a blocked field goal, and the Browns will win the game. You can take it to the bank.
It's all a lie.
So for the next game, we have the Texans and the Packers. So for the Texans last week, they destroyed the Patriots like they should have. It's not a surprise. They aren't a very strong team, so we expected it. And they take on
the power button.
Packers. They take on the Packers. They're not the power button.
Look at it. Power button.
They are the Packers, not the power button.
Power button.
Taking the Packers to win this game.
I'm also
Because
taking the Packers to win this game. 28-24. Anyway, for the next game, we have the Dolphins versus the Colts. Honestly, Dolphins fell off. They've always fallen off. And will forever be falling off. So I picked the Colts 29-26.
yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with them. The Dolphins, after losing to it, not great. Colts, I don't have too much confidence in them, but I do think they can get the win over the Dolphins. Then for the next game, we have a amazing showdown between the Lions and the Vikings. I'm very excited for this game. I think this will be a very tightly contested game, or it'll be an utter blowout, one or the other. And so for this game, I am actually going to give the Vikings the win here. I am very cautiously picking Sam Darnold to get the win here.
Yeah, Jason Arnold, all the way. Ever since that meme, I just rode the train. So Jason Arnold, his team winning 30-24. And then for the next game, we have the Eagles versus the Giants. Let's be real here. The Giants are not going to be winning this game. All right. So I have the Eagles 32-16.
All right.
Watch yourself.
Chaos time. The Giants beat the Eagles. I think the Giants have a chance. They have been a little sneaky good. Like, they'll have a bad game, and they'll have a few good games. They'll have a bad game, a few good games. And so by that logic, this should be one of the good games. And as against a division rival, you never know what can happen. And so I'm saying the Giants may barely get the win over the Eagles. So for the next game, we have the Raiders and the Rams. So for the Raiders last week, losing to the Steelers in a not-so-close game. And they take on the Rams, who were on bye last week, so they should be fresh up, except using my logic, slash Peyton, that's actually Peyton's logic, I am actually going to choose the Raiders to win this game.
Okay, it seems like we're going on different paths with my logic. I'm picking the Rams to win here, 31-29 over the Raiders. And then for the next game, we have the Panthers versus the Commanders. Yes, I know that I always state that the commies suck. But nonetheless, I'll be picking the commies to win 28-20.
So for this game, the Panthers take on the Commanders. The Panthers, I have been on this train way too long, and I'm picking the Commanders to get this win. The Commanders are a pretty strong team. Dan Quinn, I'm actually starting to kind of believe in, and maybe it wasn't such a crazy pick after all.
Yeah. Anyway, for the next game, we have what made me cry.
Super Bowl rematch.
Super Bowl rematch. 49ers and the Chiefs. We all know that I'm going to be picking the Niners here because Brock Purdy is so much better than the trash that is Patrick Mahomes. And just to make myself very clear, I picked the score to be 25-22, favoring the Niners because of
Are you good?
the Super Bowl score. So I just flipped it to where the Niners won
You good, man?
with the 25 instead of the Patriots winning.
So for this game, we have the Chiefs and the 49ers, a Super Bowl rematch, as I previously stated. So for this, I'm going to take a bit of not forwards logic of using past results and putting them into future results. So last year, whenever the Chiefs rematched the Eagles, they in fact lost to the Eagles. So I am going to go ahead and say that the 49ers will get their revenge game. I'm not going to say it's going to be the same score, but I am going to pick the Niners to win. So for the next game, we have the Jets and the Steelers. So for the Jets, narrowly losing in a bad game against the Bills. Their offense really started strong in that first few drives, but then they kind of just stalled out, and the offense wasn't that exciting. Missed field goals were the story of the day in that game. So many missed field goals.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
But a successful Hail Mary.
Yeah, but still lost. And then they take on the Steelers, who handily taken care of the Raiders. And so I am actually going to take the Steelers to get the narrowly win over the Jets.
I am picking the Steelers to win this game, 22-13. And for the next game, we have the Ravens versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hear me out. Wait, let me finish my statement before you strangle me. As my dad usually says, never bet against Baker Mayfield.
I will.
However, I am putting my bets against Baker Mayfield, and I'm picking Lamar Jackson to win this game 30-28. Cuts, and it's just like you're going.
We're gonna take a quick break. All right, we're back now, guys. Okay, so for this game, we have the Ravens and the Buccaneers. So for this game, I'm going to pick the Ravens to take the win over the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield's sad little cookies. So for the next game, we have the doubleheader on this Monday night game, which will be at 8 o'clock. And this is the Chargers taking on the Cardinals. So I'm using the logic from past logics. And since I picked the Rams to win, I'm going to pick... No, I picked the Lions to lose. So I'm picking the Chargers to beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I am picking the Cardinals to win this game, 27-25.
All right, that will do it. All right, that will do it for our Week 7 predictions. No Peytons were harmed during the production of this video, and I will see you in the next one.
Toodles.
Don't hit the bug, Tate. Don't hit the bug. You're gonna break the mic.
You're gonna break the mic.